The Women's Bakery is an international social enterprise. We are a 501c3 or a charitable organization in the United States. We own and operate 3 bakeries in Rwanda. Our mission is to socially and economically empower women and to create access to affordable, nutritious bread in East Africa. The partnership between Rademaker and the Women's Bakery has been absolutely vital over the past few years. We have a long-standing partnership that has helped to create a runway for our bakeries in Rwanda to achieve profitability, to achieve sustainability, and importantly, to professionalize our bakery operation.
The partnership between Rademaker and the Women's Bakery, to me personally, means everything. It means that we can give back to help lift people in Rwanda to achieve better lives, to give them the opportunity to succeed, to grow. When I was down there in 2019 with my wife, just to see the way that the bakery's impacted not only the lives of the women that work and run the Women's Bakery, but also the impact that it had on the school children. It was a life-changing event for my wife and I.
This year, Rademaker has stepped forward to help the Women's Bakery buy professional equipment, including ovens and a dough shaper and large mixers, and also support us with our ERP system. That's an enterprise resource planning system that will help to systematize and professionalize our operations. The new equipment will actually help us to increase production tremendously. We expect a 10x in production with the new equipment. And what that means is that we'll be able to serve more children every day. So right now, about 12,000 children receive bread every day through the Women's Bakery. And the equipment will help us to increase that number and to reach even more school children.
When my wife and I, Christy, when we visited the Women's Bakery in Rwanda, a couple of stories stood out. The first was when we were first driving to the Rwandan cafe and we saw children walking to school. And Marky said to us that the children would not have a meal, they would have one meal a day, and that's not until the evening. And it struck me that these children were going to go to school hungry and therefore not focused. And that the fact that the Women's Bakery was able to provide nutritious lunches with the bread to these school children meant everything. All of a sudden, more focused, better education. So that was definitely one that stood out to us.
In exciting news, the Women's Bakery is actually going to be building a 4th bakery this year in Rwanda. The University of Global Health Equity has invited the Women's Bakery to build a bakery on the edge of their campus. The university is a subsidiary of Partners in Health, who has an investment in the long-term health outcomes in Rwanda. And they see the Women's Bakery as being integral to achieving their goals. So that's one of the biggest projects we have moving forward, is building that project, building the new bakery.
When we were in the bakery working poorly because we had nowhere near the talent of the women bakers, one of the bakers came in and showed off her new dress that she was able to buy, and she said it was the first new dress she had ever bought. And that meant a lot to us, and then we continued the conversation, and she had talked about how the Women's Bakery, by working there, she was able to do a lot of firsts: a place to live, a better life for her children, a better life for herself. So it was more than the dress, it was the entirety of the Women's Bakery being able to help her take care of herself and a better future for her children.